Hi guys, Dr. Mary Renzel here. I'm here to share some strategies for you, some brain strategies. I love talking about brain and work and how if we know a little bit more, we're brain curious. We wonder how our brain works. We can get things done faster and more effectively at work. So this is mostly for women docs, but anyone's welcome to listen. Okay, so we're going to talk about four things. Number one, the neuroscience informed self-care. We talk a lot about self-care, candles, and that kind of thing, but we're going to talk about neuroscience self-care. We're going to talk about reflective practices, social connection strategies, and continuous learning for brain optimization. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about what have the athletes chosen to learn about and to practice for their ideal performance and borrow it as a women doc, right? So the athletes engage in recovery practices like ice baths or massages to support their physical well-being after a busy day, right? They even put in rest days, of course. So if they lifted weights with the legs, they won't have a leg day every day. They'll have a leg day, an arm day, a rest day. And we can also, as women physicians, think about, how can we pace our self-care activities throughout our busy days, right? So we can practice emotional well-being, mental well-being, cognitive um, tips and tricks so that we can get our work done faster, so that we can use neuroscience informed self-care. Sometimes I like to think of the brain as something like if you want to think of it's like a puppy or a cute little baby or a kitten, but it's stuck between our ears, right? So we have to take it for a walk. We have to give it water. We have to give it good nutrition, good sleep, a safe, lovely place to sleep, food that is appropriate for its age. So we don't want to leave it to chance, right? If we had a cute little puppy, we wouldn't say, well, I hope you find sleep and some food today and go to work. We would take care of it. And so we have to kind of think about that with the brain. It's stuck in our skulls. We have to take it for a walk, put some good food in there, share it with other people that support us. So relationships are also very restorative for us as well. Okay, so neuroscience informs self-care. Think of it like a little puppy. It needs care, right? How about reflective practices? What do the athletes do? The athletes reflect on their performance, identify areas for improvement, and they celebrate their achievements, right? We can do that as physicians. We can think about, foster self-reflection. How did the day go? Where do I want to grow a little bit? What do I want to improve? What do I need to celebrate? What are my achievements this week, this month, this quarter, this year? And it's okay to celebrate, right? Because you work hard. Take some time to also celebrate. All in all, this will overall enhance satisfaction. And that's what the athletes have found. So we might as well borrow that. That sounds fun. Okay, how about social connection strategies? What does the athlete do? They build a supportive team environment, right? They don't have coaches that aren't helpful to them. They have coaches that challenge them, that move them forward. I just had an interview with a coach today because I'm going to hire a new coach this year because I've seen the benefits of coaching. I am now a business coach. So if you're looking for a business coach where you want to learn about business or you already started a business and you want to see it grow through multiple levels, I am a Hello 7 soon to be certified business coach. I'll have next week, hopefully I graduate. Um, and I love that program, Hello 7, their business program that I now know and I can share with others. It's like spiral learning. So you keep learning things at different levels, like 7 levels of business learning. And you know the checklist, what you need to work on at this particular level, wherever you are, where you're going, kind of where you've been. Did you meet all the checklists? Because you don't want like a leaky foundation, right? You want a strong foundation when you're building a business. So we can, number one, have neuroscience informed self-care. We can, number two, have a reflective practice. We can think of how things are going, get a coach if you want. I 100% am like, I rely on coaches now because I see how fast things can move when I have a coach. I learn faster, I move faster, I get over my mindset blocks faster. So coaching is something I'll always have, at least one. And then the third one is social connection strategies. So the athletes, again, they build that important team environment. They foster social bonds. They challenge themselves by hanging out with people who are also really high level athletes. They have a social connection with their teammates and their coaches, of course. What can we do? We can put time and cultivate those social connections with colleagues, with friends, with family, and that will actually enhance our professional as well as our personal satisfaction. It actually is a renewing time when we're with friends and family. We know that if we have a really great time, oh my gosh, over the holidays we played these crazy games that my kids found on TikTok, and we were just laughing so hysterically. So this was a good thing about TikTok is that I learned a lot of really fun games, and we had so much fun. So social connections is a way to feel renewed or refresh after a really busy day. And actually, in a neuroscience sense, it's a way to also renew because, being with others that are restorative for us is a really healthy neuroscience state where we feel supported, we feel encouraged, we feel um, loved, cared about. That's really a healthy neuroscience state. So that would hit the first one as well, the self-care and with a neuroscience focus. Okay, the last one. So continuous learning. Why? Because it promotes brain health and brain optimization. So what does an athlete do? Well, an athlete is always learning new training techniques, training strategies, and approaches to stay at the forefront of whatever they're trying to achieve. Again, they usually have short-term goals, but they're usually after very long-term goals. So they set these little short-term goals, they hit them, they celebrate. Remember, we heard they celebrate. That's really important, and they reflect. We went through that too. They take some time. How did things go? What do I need to change? We don't beat ourselves up. We just kind of look at the strategies. What do I need to change? Where do I need to grow? Right? So what can we as women docs do? We can engage in continuous learning in the medical field. That's why I'm hosting a course called Side Hustle Accelerator so that docs can come in and learn about how do you get your brain ready for change? How do you help yourself feel more creative? And then how do you use your strengths, your gifts, your zone of genius to design your next steps? And then we use, a three-step design phase where we actually start take actions because the brain learns with actions, right? Do you know of an athlete who just sits and never physically practices? I mean, yes, they also use the power of the mind with visualization, but they also, of course, have to do physical movement. So we as well, when we're building our brain health, our brain optimization, we need to get in physical movement as well. So as women docs, we can engage in continuous learning in the medical field or outside the medical field. Like my course, this, side hustle accelerator, I'm going to share the 9-step framework. I do share my 9-step framework that helped me find more professional joy. And there's 3 steps of brain priming, 3 steps in the framework for aligning with your gifts and strengths, and 3 steps to design your next steps. And we start to take action together to build your courage and your confidence. So it's very exciting. We have a private community there where we support each other. And if you want to go to level 2 and join the group coaching, you can. Level 3 is one-on-one coaching with me. That's application based because I only have so many spots, unfortunately. And so I need to meet you, have a discussion, and see if you're a fit. And I feel like I can help you and I can share that business planning with you. Okay, guys. So we talked about 4 levels. We talked about, we'll start from number 4, continuous learning for brain health. Number 3, social connection strategies. Number 2, reflective practices. And number 3, neuroscience informed self-care. Think of your brain like a darling little puppy that needs food, water, rest, a lovely place to sleep, supportive environment, right? You got this. All right, I'll see you inside Side Hustle Accelerator. Please hit like and subscribe and the little bell so you know when I made a new video. Make one at least every week, and I have shorts regularly. Okay, so why don't you put in the comments the one you think you're going to try this week? Okay, guys? Good. Good to see you.